some people have been rejoicing, some people have been in mourning, some people are ecstatic. Some people say that, they feel life has no meaning anymore. But one thing I can tell you is that nobody is having a normal reaction to the US election. I mean, it's bizarre. Sometimes I look at this election and I say, what's going on here? Is it some kind of a comedy going on? Is it a sort of Shakespearean tragedy? Whenever I comment on the US elections and the results, wherever I've been commenting, and people say, are you talking about India? Are you talking about America? Are you talking about the Indian political situation? Or are you talking about the American political situation? So I don't know why people ask me that question, but let me tell you what I've said about what has happened after the American results and Trump won. The first is that there is this lobby, this poor little pathetic lobby, and reality has hit them in the face with the velocity of light. They don't know what to do. They are completely stunned. And this lobby is sweating, ladies and gentlemen, sweating so hard, because the worst thing that can happen to anyone, an individual, a group, a community, an institution or a lobby, is when you realize that you're completely irrelevant. And this lobby has realized the fact that it is completely irrelevant. It has all kinds of singers and pop stars and ex-pop stars and ex-singers and ex-this and ex-that, whatever. But they still got nobody on their side. They got completely hammered in the election. The biggest thing is, ladies and gentlemen, this lobby, which is represented by the media, has given up all pretensions of honesty, integrity, or loyalty to fact in the course of this election. They've gone all out. In fact, let me tell you, this lobby and the media, they were on the campaign trail with Kamala Harris. They were the tires of her campaign bus. They were the coffee mugs that were passed around during her campaign speeches. They were the pit stops. They were the people out there at every single level who were on the campaign trail. There was no media in this election. The worst thing for this lobby this time is that they have absolutely nobody to blame. But the fact that they have been rejected, they have nobody to blame. They don't even have Putin to blame. They can't even go around and say this time that Trump won because of Russian interference, because he didn't. They have nobody else to blame but themselves and the fact that they are, at the end of the day, what nobody wants to accept. In India, too, this lobby does not want to accept. And when I tell the lobby what they are, they say, oh, you are a right-wing person. You run a right-wing network. You may be the most watched network in the country, but you're right-wing. Well, the reality is it's better than being wrong-wing. And the reality also is this time that this entire group ran on an assumption that they represented the people. Whereas the fact is, it is not possible for a small group of ultra-right-wing people to have given Trump this victory. The reality is that Indians, Asians, African Americans, Hindus, Muslims and Christians all voted for him. And the reality also is that there were two candidates in this American election. And remember, viewers, I'm only speaking about America. Please don't take this video and paste pictures of Rahul Gandhi on it. Please don't. Put all the pictures of Kamala Harris that you want. Do not put pictures of Rahul Gandhi. Do not draw that comparison to Rahul Gandhi, for I am talking about one person who lost today. I'm not talking about the person who lost in June. I'm not talking about the person who lost in Haryana. I'm talking about the person who lost in the United States of America, called Kamala Harris. But the similarity between Kamala Harris and some people in India is that they are not in touch with the people. They are not in touch with the expectations of the people. But they are very much in touch with a small group of ultra-elite people, from some singers and Oprah Winfrey on the one side to the New York Times on the other. And we know here also we have some people in the media. We have the wires and the scrolls in our country as well. These elites cannot make a political leader win. They can prop up the leader. They can be strategic assets for the leader. They can finance the leader. They can be cheerleaders of the leader, but if the leader is not a leader of the people, that leader can never win. And that's what happened to someone in June, and that's what's happened to Kamala Harris this November.